Hi, Steve here. In this video, I'd just like to show you BetEngine. I think it's a fantastic bot for lots of things, and it works extremely well with our Golden Race Riches. So in this video, I'll show you how to set up the settings for the Golden Race Riches. I'll show you how to put the horses in manually, and then I'll show you how to put them in using the CSV file that is saved when you click on the Excel button in Golden Race Riches. So first of all, let's go through and set up BetEngine for our bets. So in the Events tab, see the tabs along here, this is what we'll be using. In the Events tab, we want to have the UK checked only, and we want the flat, National Hunt and all weather checked, and we want the win button checked because we're only going to be in the win market. In the ranking button, we want to make sure that the manual button's checked. Faves is blank. In the criteria, these are the odds that we want. We want from 2 upwards. Hopefully we don't have much anywhere near that price, as generally we're looking at horses a lot better value, and I just put the top at 999, although the biggest winner we've had is about 60 to 1. Minimum of 2 runners, this is just so that we get all the races, and maximum of 40, and the rest of the settings is pretty immaterial. Ranges we don't touch. In the filters for gender, we just want male and female horses, 2 to 20 years old, and these are the default settings anyway here. That just means that we're going to cover every race that we've got going. Snapshots is nothing. In the betting, what we want to make sure is that we're betting. I've got 25 seconds, but anywhere short, I think from 2 minutes to 25 seconds is fine. So that's the only input that you really need there. Touch, we're not doing anything. And results, we're just using the Betfair settled market for our results. So that's the setup as far as the betting criteria is. The next thing we've got to set up is our staking. And over here, I use the XYZ staking. If you're going to use level staking, all you need to do is click on level, configure, and then in this box here, level staking, put how much that you want to bet per bet. So if you're going to bet £2 a bet, put in 2. I'll just leave it at 1 for the moment there. And yes, you can bet under the Betfair odds, Betfair minimum. Okay, if you're going to use the progressive betting system, staking, use XYZ. And before I move on, uncheck carry forward staking. We don't want to carry it forward. When we finish for the day, every day starts afresh. We're not carrying over any losses or anything. Each day is a completely separate day. And down here in the limits, we just want 1 win. After 1 win, we want the bot to turn off. Okay, so now we're on XYZ. The only thing we've got to do is go to configure and make sure that the sequence that we need for the staking is correct. Now this is very, very important. I stuffed up the other night doing it, so just be very, very careful. As you can see, there's a dash, a stroke between each of the numbers. So we've got 1 stroke 1 stroke 2 stroke 2 stroke 3 stroke 4 stroke 4 stroke 4. Okay, so that is telling us now it's going to bet 1 unit on the first race, 1 unit on the second race, then jump to 2 units on the third race, 2 on the fourth, 3 on the fifth, 3 on the sixth, 4 on the seventh, and if we do have 8 races, it will go to 4 on the 8th. Reset, when it wins, we just want it to reset, but anyway, this setting over here will kick in and the bot will turn off. When we have a loss, we just wanted to go 1 up in the sequence, and when we're at the top, we wanted to go back, but we're not going to be doing any more than 8 races, so that will be not applicable. And the default stake is I'm starting off with £1, so I'll go £1, £1, £2, £2. If you're doing £2 a unit, well, you'd put in 2, then it would be going £2, £2, £4, £4, etc. So once you've got that set like that, and there are screenshots below exactly how that looks. I'll tell you how I stuffed up. I didn't put a stroke between the 2 and the 2. When I got to the third bet, it placed a bet of $22 instead of 2 and 2. So make sure you've got the stroke in between each of those numbers. You always learn from experience. It's always a great teacher. We're not using a virtual bank here, we're using real money. Okay, so we've set it to, here's another one. If you want to adjust for commission, so if you leave that ticked, it'll place a bet including the commission so that it would get your unit back. So we don't want that ticked either because we're just putting flat. All our results are just on flat bets, and then we take the commission out after the result. We're not adjusting it for the commission. So once we've done that, that's all we need to do on the stakes. And so what that leaves us to do now is to actually the Golden Race Riches. Okay, so at the moment these are all ticked here, all the races are ticked. So what we need to do now is we just untick them, just that little box there, just untick them. And then we go to the first real race. This is just a charity race, so we don't bet on that one. So we pull up the first race at Goodwood, and the fields come up here now. So what we need to do is bring over our selections, and we can see we've got racing history. Well, racing history is a non-runner in the first at Goodwood, so Renaissance is the second pick, so that becomes our selection. So all we need to do here is click on that, and that's it for that. So we move on to the second race. Don't worry about the times here. Being in Australia here, these are in Australian times. Our next one for the second race here is Adventurous. We just tick that, and you can see a tick goes on the box there, so we're good for that one. Goodwood. The next one in Goodwood is Big Orange. We click on Big Orange and we move on down. So it doesn't take long to do it manually. If you want to Arabian Comet, done. Maiden race is Annabelle. Is Annabelle, just click it on there. Move on down. The nursery is Martini Time. And the last race in Goodwood is Midlander. So we click on Midlander. Okay, so we've put our selections in there, and you can see now that there's ticks next to the races that we've got bets in. Okay, so all we need to do now to make this active is check here. We've got the choice here of the live market or test market, back or lay. This is a back one. And then all we need to do is go to active, and we are active. And you can see the ones now with the ticks. These are the races in which we have selections. With Golden Race Riches, because we're only doing about 7 races a day, it's probably quicker to do it just like I've just done it then, just manually like that. But I will show you how to do it with the Excel, just so if you continue to use BetEngine for other things, you'll know how to do it in Excel. Okay, so let's I'll just set this up again now. I'll be back in a sec. I'll just unactivate these races. Okay, so here we are. We've got our Golden Race Riches up here. You've opened the software, got the selections for the day. If you click on the Excel button, it will export it, okay, as a CSV file. I'm just putting the AA because I've already got it here. Don't change the name unless you have to. And I click on save, and it tells me that it's gone to the documents, and that's the name of the file. So, okay. We'll get rid of Race Riches. So I've saved it now. I'll just move this down. I've saved it now. So all I need to do is go and retrieve it. Go and retrieve it in Documents. When you open Documents, sometimes you'll find, depending how you open it, sometimes it may not be showing. Open the Excel now. Now there's a few things that have to be removed before we can use it in BetEngine. Firstly, BetEngine will only take the first 4 columns. So we need to get rid of the headers. It won't take that, so we just go in there and delete the headers. Okay, and now we only want one line of horses. This is our first row, so we know that racing history is not a starter, so we bring our reserve one in, paste it, and we've got to get rid of this column now because we don't need any of these horses. These are our horses that are running for us in this column D. So we clear the content. This is all we need to do to go into BetEngine. So now I'll save these again. And I'll just put BE so I know that I've already taken them out. Always got to keep it as a CSV file. So I'll save that. And it'll always tell you if you want to keep it in that format. Yes, I do. When you close it off, you must close the spreadsheet down, otherwise it won't load into BetEngine. So I'll save it. And yes, I want to keep it in that format. Okay, so now that's finished. That's ready to go into BetEngine. So I'll just open BetEngine again. Okay, and down here we have load selections. So if we click on load selections, what we have to do is we have to go back to where we've saved them. Here's where I've saved it, export, that's the BE. This is the one that's just got the 4 columns. And we click it and we open it. And how do we know that it's been loaded successfully? Well, if we go through now, we'll see the Goodwood races are all clicked again, and if we click on them, you'll see the horses are in there. So if it doesn't load, it'll tell you it hasn't loaded. So it's loaded now, and all of our horses are all there ready to go. You can see Adventurous, the big orange. So everything's loaded now. All we need to do is go over to the side here, make it active, and there we are, the races that we are betting in. We've got ticks next to them, and now BetEngine will happily bet those selections. Okay, so if you've got it on a VPS, well, that's the beauty of it. You can just go away and do whatever you want. If you've got it on a laptop of that, you must make sure that you go and you turn the hibernation in that control so that it doesn't switch off, go to sleep, and knock the bot off. So you've got to have it on never sleep so that the bot will keep working if you're using it on your laptop. I do recommend using a VPS service. I use Tegadab in the UK, mainly because then I can access the bot anywhere off my iPad, wherever I want. I can see what it's doing, and plus I haven't got my computer or laptop at home running, so I don't have to worry about power cuts or anything else because it's on a VPS. Okay, thanks for watching this video. It went for a little bit longer than I thought, but just to show you how to use BetEngine as your betting slave for Golden Race Riches. Thank you.